Today we're going to be fixing unemployment, adding a beautiful waterfront shopping, relaxing, entertainment area, and really taking our city to the next level. We're going to be making so much money. If you enjoy my British build, please leave a like on the video and drop a river emoji in the comments below. And then grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive into Kettlewick. So today we're going to be concentrating on this piece of land here with all of these fields to the east of Thornton Industrial Park over here and across the river from our high rises that we put in a previous episode. So I want to make a bit of a thing of this riverfront over here with some nice places you can come and visit, spend your money, have a nice time out, relax, all of that sort of thing, with a little bit of shopping as well. And it's got excellent transport links. As you can see, we've got the train station that runs through there. We've got our custom built bus hub. So we've got all of our bus routes coming in from all around Kettlewick. And we'll probably see if we can also expand out the back here as we sort of transition into our industrial area with some more of the larger factories and things like that to get some jobs. Because one of the problems we've got, if we take a look in here, is unemployment. I mean, it's sort of up and down. It was 22% a minute ago. It's 17%. The money that we're making is sort of going up and down. People moving in is going up and down. You know, we've got all sorts of things going on in the city at the moment. If we use the mod info loom just to check our residential demand, we do have some empty properties, and that's because of the way our rent is going and things like that. So something to keep in mind, even though we have demand for medium density and high density residential demand, we actually, so the high is fine. We've only got one empty property. Medium is not too bad. But if I build too much of that, they're going to fill these up first before possibly they fill up the new ones we build. So we've got to bit, balance things a bit. We do have some commercial demand, which is nice. Now, some of the buildings I'd like to perhaps use at the back here as we transition from our city centre area over to this industrial area is in our signature buildings. So we have some signature buildings we haven't unlocked yet. And if you have a look, we can unlock all of these just by placing items that are free. So 10 oil drilling areas give us the vehicle factory. Another 5 mining areas give us the ground earth. And as we can see there, all these ones are harder because we actually need to zone. So we're probably... Oh, that one just means placing the medical university. So if we can afford that, we might be able to do that one. That one will be harder. But definitely these ones here we can just sort of do. So oil drilling, we can place 10 of those. If we jump into there, and these actually cost nothing. So it's a little bit of a cheat-ish. I mean, it's not really, is it? Because it's in the game. And if I don't want to use these, then I don't have to use them. We can just chuck these down. Oh, there we go. It was an auto-save. Let's have a quick sip of tea. Yeah, so we can just chuck these down. I think that'll be number 10. There we go. And we get the vehicle factory, which is fine. So we can use that. And, it's just another way of doing it. I mean, we could just jump in to find it and grab it from there. But, yeah, I'm going to do it this way. So let me just place down the mining ones. Oh, it said mining area hub buildings. Oh, I guess that's any mining area hub buildings. Let's just put 5 of these down. Yep, there we go. Excellent. And then our last one that we can actually do is another 5 forestry area buildings. And there we go. We've got all of our factories, and that will give us access to a load of jobs. And let me just remove all of these. There we go. Fantastic. So let me set up some of the road networks down here that we're going to use, and then we can dive into plopping these buildings down. And also we're going to be using some of... Yeah, not these ones. We're trying to, these ones here. Some of these look like they could still be used in the UK. They're not so out there. They look like they're from a totally different country. So yeah, let's have a quick road building time lapse. Right, we have our big area of land that we're going to be working with. This is going to change actually, because I don't think that's given us enough room for our building. So we're going to plop down the vehicle factory, which we've got an entrance at the front there. And I think that wants to go, I want it to sort of line up alongside this railway line here, because you could sort of make it look like that it was also serviced by the railway line. So I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to turn on, there we go, the zone on this road here, if it lets me. No, it doesn't let me because it's a highway road, of course. It doesn't have any zoning. That's fine. So let's just pop in here a road, just so we can get this to face the way we want it. Excellent. There we go. So we'll pop that up against there. That'll be fine. And then we'll work out the way it comes in and out. And then that tells us where this road is going to go as well. So let's leave it like that. I'm just checking if there's any other entrances and exits. So it's all sort of parks down the side, fences all the way around. Yep, that's fine. So it's just a front entrance. So let's get this road situated. I think actually, yeah, that is going to run straight into there. We will come back and change that to a roundabout. We'll work on that in a bit. There we go, all lined up. Excellent. I don't want any zoning on this road here, but we'll remove that in a minute once we placed our next building, which is the paper factory. And that is also going to snap facing this way, which I would like. So I'm going to face it against that road, and then we're going to back it up and put it there. So we've got a bit of space at the front to get that to work into this area. We're going to get a lot of jobs in here, 529 and 363. So over 800 plus jobs, nearly 900. Let's just have a quick look into here. So unemployment is quite high at the moment. Employed, unemployed. I want to get an actual figure on how many are unemployed. So let's just jump into Info Loom, and I'm pretty sure we can get a figure from in here. We let our workforce, there we go, just update. Well, the number's going down, but it was 900 odds that were unemployed of various education levels, and a lot of them are uneducated, poorly educated is our main one. So if we look at the sort of jobs that we've got going in here, we need to shut Info Loom to be able to do that. There we go. And that should give us a rundown. Yeah. So educated is actually where it starts. And we've got 101.96 now going down. So we might struggle for jobs at the moment. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, so it starts from the educated. So we might just need to bump up our education to help these get the jobs they need to fulfill their needs. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to do a bit of detailing around these, because these are going to need parking for all of those people that want to come and work here. And then we'll try and get some train lines in here as well. So let's do that. Right, I think that'll do for a basic setup. I wanted to sort of change the colour on this as well. I really like the colour on here. It almost gives you that old sort of brick-built factory sort of look, whereas the yellow on here... Is it me, or has the yellow just disappeared? I'm a bit flummoxed. Did the yellow just disappear before my eyes? I'm going to have to go back and check out that clip. It did. As I sort of zoomed in down here, it changed from the yellow to the blue and now to the brown. That is really, really weird. That is a bug, I would say, with some mod or another. But what I was going to do was try and copy the colour that we've got here and add it to this building. So even though it's obviously a more modern building, that they were trying to sort of fit it in with what we've got going on here. So I'm pretty sure the colour painter tool, we can paint that on there. Yeah, it doesn't quite do it the same justice, does it? Well, let's have a look at the palettes that we've got down here. And I'm thinking if we could maybe go through and pick something That's the same palette. That sort of maybe, oh dear, looks a little bit like that one. I know I'm not going for the wooden look. Well, that would be certainly interesting. Let's see what we can find out. Yeah, that might be the nearest we can get it. I'm not quite sure if I like that, but we'll see what happens. I tried copying it over exactly and it doesn't quite do it for me, but we'll go with that for now. That's fine. So already we've got money rolling in now to the city. We've got jobs, which is fantastic, that have all been taken. Let's have a look at our unemployment, 6.4%. That has made a real difference to our city, which is good. Let's just take a brief look. Oh, I'll tell you what we're going to do before we do that is we're going to change this horrible nasty junction here. I want this to be a roundabout, and that is quite realistic with what this sort of junction would be here. So I'm just going to remove all of these bits that we've got in here. There we go. That should work a lot better. We're just going to take the traffic light out of there. And I think there's another one there. We'll take that one out there as well. That'll be fine. And that should just keep everything moving along this sort of bypass that we've got going through the city. So it's not really a bypass, is it? It's where it comes into the city. Excellent. So now we want to sort of add, before we detail these up even more, we want to sort of add a bit of a transition down here with some nice sort of night lifestyle type stuff along the coast and then going down into this industry over here. So let's see what we've got available to us just as we get another autosave. So I'm going to look at some of these leisure venue models that we've got. We're going to pop these down up here and then we can pick some ones that we want to use. So we've got the lobster tail, which is called the steakhouse, I think, a little bit too maybe American looking. What's that one called? Le Couillard d'Argent. No, again, a little bit too. The Mermaid's Tea Lounge could actually fit in. So we'll add that one. Apothecary. Yeah, definitely that one could fit in as well. I'm not saying we're going to use all of these, but Oasis Kitchen, no. Eclipse Nightlife. Yeah, we could definitely use that. Sunset Brewery. We'll save that for somewhere else. Skylines Heritage Museum, no. Majestic, no. And then we're getting across to, well, the German department store and some other stuff that isn't really going to fit in with our British build there. So that will give us something to go along with. I do like this EE office. That is definitely going to come in. And that gives us some bonuses as well, which will be very good. And I think that is about it in our unique buildings. Café du Paris. Nope, not going to go for that one. Yeah, so that'll be good. And then along here, I'm thinking of just changing this. We've got this as a road going along here. Now, we do have a quay wall the other side, but I'm thinking of changing this one to be a pedestrian road. And I've got this custom pedestrian street, couldn't say it properly there, which we'll leave paused and we'll place that all the way along here. And then we'll pop a quay wall. I'm just wondering, I think we'll bring that down to there and then it will branch off and we'll do the same on the other side. Let's pop in a quay wall down here. Oh, I did left click and try and carry that all the way along, but I didn't like it. There we go. There we go. Excellent. And we just didn't do this one, did it? There we go. Very good. And we just tidy up the water here a little bit. There we go. I think that works okay. We can decorate that a little bit, but definitely we can have some nice, I was going to say seafront walking, riverfront walking, whatever you want to call that. That'll be good. And then we can bring in some of these roads here and here. And I think that'll work well. I also want to just pick this road and upgrade this one at the end as it's going out. Yeah, there we go. So I'm thinking, what would we expect along a waterfront like this? I want to level that road out a bit there as well. And I'm thinking some shops. And I've been looking at the UK town centre shops that we've got. These are mixed residential. So we get some people living along here and we get some of these nice ones as well. So I've set this to level 1. I'm going to use Shift R. We're going to get random amounts of, ones that are going to come through. And I think I'm just going to go through and randomly place a load of these down and see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that's probably far enough along. Oop, can't see. We'll do that. That's fine. Let's just level this up here. Where was it? Actually, no, it's dipping down. It's okay. That's fine. And we've got a little bit of space there. We can add some pavement in as well. Then maybe we could bring some of these in. I'm just thinking for road access, we might just want to slightly change things around here a bit. I think, do I want to use that alley? Or we've got like a custom pedestrian street, two-way alley with sidewalk. Yes, I want to use that. So if we could sort of bring that in here behind these, because these are all going to have access at the back, which is going to be an alley. So actually, let's do that first. Yeah, like that. But then this one here, we're actually going to upgrade. So alley with sidewalks, we'll take that. And then this is going to come past somehow. Let's go like that for now. And then this is going to come up here as well. Let's bring this off at a jaunty angle. Yeah, something like that. What are you complaining about? Air pollution. Oh no. Is that all too close to this? Darn it, I hadn't even thought about that. Ground pollution, air pollution. Which way is it blowing? It is blowing this direction, and it's just a little bit too much over there. Pants. It might be then that we just move these along this side a bit and hope that these manage to cope okay. And then we'll start putting these items down here because I don't think they will care as much. Okay, I've moved them all forward a bit and I think we might be okay. Oh man, the pollution is spreading. Oh no. Oh, let's just check our air pollution here. We might need to try and do something to block the pollution going through here. We're going to worry about Garnet Junction another time. Hopefully what we're doing here is going to solve the problem down here. People are already walking through here and using this area. Fantastic. So let's get some of these buildings along the front here as well. These are literally going to just back up right on the front. Well, they would if they worked on this sort of road. They are not. No car access. Okay, well, we need to change this up a little bit then. What's going to be funny is I could literally just put a road off of here and they would connect to that and that would be car access for them. But I'm not going to do that because that would be a bit weird. So I'm going to just sort of bring this in here like so. Let's turn off my snapping. There we go. We're going to attach it to that. There we go. So it's right down the front. We've got access so we can put paths and things in there. I'm assuming these are also going to want the same as well. Let's move. Oh, actually, if they don't, then that could actually work out quite well because we'll split these up along the front. Oh, they're all fine. Looking very good, very good. We can give them road access around the back if they need it. They don't look like they need it. No, excellent. Yeah, I think that'll work well along there. And then we're definitely going to take this one and place it out the back on its own little spot. We're going to take this road here and just have a little bit of parking around there. I do like this one. So we're going to maneuver that, pop it on its own road. And we're actually not really gaining much parking out the front because we've got parking there. So I might just leave that like it is. That looks fine. Adds a little bit of interest. We are going to just slide it along. You're going to complain, aren't you? No, there we go. Yeah, I think that's going to work well there. We've got a lot of people walking down here. And then this EE office building, as part of the transition from the more commercial residential uses over to the factory, I just want to set that off a little road here. We'll use, yeah, this one lane parking. Let's go along like that. Hopefully that's long enough. It has got parking out the front. So it will sort of remove some of the parking. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. We'll get a bit of extra parking. Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. And then I do want some housing in here, but I am a bit worried now about the air pollution that we've caused. And I don't think we're going to get any housing around the back here because they are just going to complain. I am, again, thinking of just moving these ones off the end. Let's grab those. Yeah, and I'm going to just plop them up this road instead. Or we could just have them coming off of this lane. Do something like this instead. Yeah, adds like an interesting road junction, bit of comedy. Yeah, that'll be good. And then this we can change up a bit and add something a bit different. Yeah, I'm not sure this pollution problem is going away. It's getting worse, and even the houses that I've moved over down here are also being hit by the pollution. Of course, it's caused by these two factories. So I've purchased this square up here, and I'm going to utilize this little exit off of a roundabout here, and we could even add another one there once we get this square, and we're going to move the car factory up to there. When I said car factory, I obviously meant paper factory, and already the pollution has been dropping a bit. I think we might just need to leave it a while for this pollution to go down. I don't know how long that's going to take. Oh, there we go. Look, we can see it already. I did try putting a whole load of trees down. Oh, that was an autosave. In this spot and in this spot here, but it didn't sort of make any difference in blocking the pollution. But I'm pretty sure once this goes down, we'll be fine. Let's just give that a second. Yeah, it has dropped down quite substantially. We haven't got this big orange blob that was right in the middle here. I want to see whether these houses are happy being on the very, very lowest fringes of this pollution. If not, we may have to move the car factory over here as well, which I really don't want to do, but we'll see what happens. We can carry on building down here, and then if we need to move it, we of course have that option. It's spreading even further down here. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So I'm just sort of doubling up the shops and things that we've got on here, as we've got this little lane that's already down here. So I'm just randomly grabbing some of these, and then we're going to do a bit of a detailing time lapse. We're going to zone in. I fit another one there. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. Going to zone in some more commercial buildings, get some parks in here. It is meant to be a lovely waterfront place that you'd want to come and walk and visit. And then we'll see how the pollution's going afterwards. I do want to add some more houses in here as well, some flats. We do have these offices here, so somewhere sort of in this area. We shall see. Let's dive in. Okay, let's take a look at what we put together here. So we've got some nice shops and residential buildings here. Some nice mixed use. Plenty of parking everywhere as well, tucked behind these medium density flats. And we've got the office over here. Nice big park in the middle, the multifunctional use park with some more flats overlooking that as well, just so we can help beef up the population of Kettlewick. And then these ones along the front here have just sort of intermingled parks. Use some of the decorating assets we've got available to us, some nice surfaces as well. And when you plop these, the surface sort of takes over the initial surface of the park you're plopping down. So I think that looks great. And for the nightclub over here, I popped a bit of a larger car park hidden around the back. And I think that's looking really good. There's a few things that we need to deal with, and the pollution is still working its way down, but we've got one police station that's trying to deal with everything, and I don't think they're managing. Vehicles in use 0. What? Why are you not saying... Well, that's what the problem is. Their operating districts now take in this new area where we moved our factories, Evergreen Crossing. Basically, any area they're covering, they're not sending out vehicles. Why is that? We add this upgrade, extra holding cells. We don't need that. Oh, come on. Come on, game. I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to delete that. Yep. And we're going to plop a new one down and hope that there's no issues with this model for no reason. We're going to pop that there, and then we're going to say operating districts. This one, and it was this one. But as they're nearby, we're going to give that one as well and see what happens. We're going to add... What does this one actually add? Garage extension, more patrol cars. Yep, there we go. They're going all the way out. And I'm going to add extra holding cells because I think we're going to need them with the crime wave that's going on at the moment. I've left this park in here because I'm going to sort of view that as something that was there in the past, and we're going to build around it when we get to this area. But yeah, we need some sort of UK tea related riverside sort of name to change this area here, Evergreen Crossing. And then also with our, what was this building, our vehicle factory and our paper factory. You can come up with something clever for that. That would be good. We've got some garbage piling up here. I believe this is going to produce a lot of rubbish. So I am actually going to pop in here this Japanese recycling center, which I think if we just poke it there. I'm going to grab this road and bring that alongside as some parking for this area too. And I'm actually just going to say for you is here and here, and that's it. You're going to take those two. We're making enough money for that to not be too much of a problem. There we go, and they're going out. So as you can see, with the rubbish piling up, the efficiency has dropped right down to 43%. I mean, we're still making 82,000. Sometimes it goes up to 150,000. These two buildings, I think, have saved us in Kettlewick. Oh, here we go. Look, it's piling up here as well. So the efficiency is dropping. But overall, I don't think that is doing too bad. And we're also going to need to make sure we've got other services being covered in this area too. As we can see, we have no healthcare and death care. Looks like there's no healthcare and death care down here either. So we're going to take our crematorium, operating districts. We're going to add these in, and we'll take that one as well. That is covered by somebody else. Do we have a healthcare? Yes, we do. We have this one over here. What districts are they taking in? Yeah, we can add in our new couple as well, which is good. What is next on the list? Rubbish. We've said this one here. Actually, we've got our rubbish collection. We've got some that just covers everywhere in the entire city, so I'm not too worried about that. Fire services, that should be easy enough. If we can select that one. Yep, UK fire station. We'll take in those two areas. Fantastic. Police we've just covered. Schools is the other one. Education. So what have we got over here? We've got an elementary school. Ooh, which is getting rather filled up. Let's just take a look at that. Yeah, 1,200 in there. So we've got the urban playgrounds. Brings health and wealth to the citizens. We'll add that. And then 500 student capacity round the back. So hopefully that will help. No operating districts. I'm not going to worry about that one. Let's just zoom out and take another look. So we've got, do you know what? I'm going to have to add like an elementary school. Got primary school, elementary school, high school. That's got some space, so they can get from there to over here. Let's just look at adding a small elementary school just for those that are living in these mixed-use buildings here. Let's clear a little bit of space out the back. There we go. I think that should be enough. And we're going to use, where are we looking? Here we go. This Chinese one here. In fact, I'm going to back that right up to there, which is fantastic. Just means we need to move a couple of these out the way. There we go. That'll do nicely. And what's this going to give us? 135. I am going to set this as just this area and... yeah, this area. It's a large area, but actually this zone will get shrunk down. So that's going to help the other residents over here. And yeah, we've got plenty of space. I might just add Ruby Rock Music House. Additional music room for the top floor. Upgrades the outdoor air and other... why not? Why not? Let's make it a nice place to go to school. And then for some mass transit as well, what options do we have that's running nearby here that we could maybe reroute? I'm hoping that there is a bus route that we can just bring down this road and round the back. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's just add in, we come out of that info view there, and we're going to add in just the UK EU bus shelter. So obviously this is all, it's all walkable, it's all pedestrian. I'm thinking about just adding one at the back here, like that, and making that the one stop for this whole area because we've got plenty of parking, plenty of walking. Yeah, let's do that. And then we've actually got this route here, Kettlewick to Headingham. So it's a route that goes outside the city. Let's try that again. Oh, we need to do it this way, don't we? But it heads into our main bus hub. So if we could bring that into there, like so. Yeah, and there's another one there as well. Kettlewick to Bowley. No, we don't need to do that. Let's just pop that back over there. So that one will be good. And then it will head back round this way and it heads back down to our hub. So anybody who is getting off the train wants to get across to there, they'll be able to do that. No problem at all. What a beautiful place to walk the dog, relax, and take in the surroundings. Just remember to bring your face mask until the pollution subsides. If you enjoyed today's build, a thumbs up on the video would be very much appreciated. And as always, a massive thank you to all the patrons. You can see their names scrolling up the screen. Your extra support really makes a huge difference on the channel. Thank you so much. By the way, there's a brand new series of Timberborn starting this coming week. It's the new update 7, but now with the Iron Teeth faction. So if you sign up now, you can get right in at the beginning of that series. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all very soon for some more Kettlewick.